Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is telling you my November TBR. I have picked my own TBR this month, just because I've had a busy month, so I wanted things that I felt like mood reading, if that makes sense. So, I have picked 5 books out. I've got them here. I'm going to do what I normally do and tell you them one by one. And that's basically it. Let's get into the video. So for the first book on my November TBR, I decided to pick The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This has been on my TBR for a while, so I thought what better time to read it than now. It says on the back, "Here is a small fact. You are going to die." 1939, Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier. Liesel, a 9-year-old girl, is living with a foster family on Hymnal Street. Her parents have been taken away to a concentration camp. Liesel steals books. This is her story and the story of the inhabitants of her street when the bombs began to fall. Some important information. This novel is narrated by Death. I have heard amazing things about this book. I've heard it's quite sad, but because of the themes in it, I imagine it would be. I do like historical fiction, so I think I'm going to enjoy it. And I find that things set in the war are always very important reads, so this one does intrigue me. I am curious to see what it's about. Obviously, you can only get so much from a blurb, but yeah, I'm curious to read this one. So this is book 1 on my November TBR. For book 2, I've picked one that has been on my TBR list for ages, and it is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. This one says, "Their love was supposed to last forever, but when life delivered blow after devastating blow, Yasmin and Josiah found that love had its limits. It couldn't save their marriage." Yasmin wasn't prepared for how her life fell apart, but she's finally starting to find joy again. She and Josiah have found a new rhythm, co-parenting their 2 kids and running a thriving business together. Yet, like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other. And now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of everything they once had. One stolen kiss leads to another, and then more. It's hot, it's illicit, it's good, until it starts to hurt again. As old wounds reopen, Yasmin and Josiah wonder if it is too late for them to find forever, or could they be even better the second time around? So again, I've heard amazing things about this online. My mum did pick this up for me from the local supermarket because she thought I'd enjoy it, and I've been meaning to read it for a while, but just haven't got round to it yet. So I thought this would be a nice one to put on my November TBR to contrast from the sadness of The Book Thief. I am really excited to read this one and to see what the hype's about. So yeah, this one's book 2. For book 3, I thought I'd go down the route of a fantasy sort of book, so I decided to pick Babel by R.F. Huang. I believe this one's a bit dystopian as well, so this one intrigues me slightly. It says on the back, Oxford 1836, the city of dreaming spires. It is the centre of all knowledge and progress in the world, and at its heart is Babel, Oxford University's prestigious Royal Institute of Translation, the tower from which all the power of the empire flows. Orphaned in Canton and brought to England by a mysterious guardian, Robin Swift thought Babel a paradise, until it became a prison. But can a student stand against an empire? So, it sounds, like I say, quite intriguing. I'm not 100% sure what to expect with this one, but again, heard amazing things online. I am trying to get into the dystopian fantasies a little bit more, so I thought this one would be a good one to pick up. And I thought it would be a nice wintry read. With it being quite thick, I thought it's a sort of book I could sit down and spend the day doing nothing but reading this. So that's why I picked that one. This one's book 3. For book 4, again, another one I've been meaning to read for a while, and it is Gabrielle Zevin's Elsewhere. This is another one of her YA books. I did read Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac and really enjoyed it, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It does say on the back, A tragic ending, a beautiful beginning. When 15-year-old Liz is killed in a car accident, she ends up in a place called Elsewhere. Here, death is only the start of your story. You can't get sick and you can't get older. Instead, you age backwards till you become a newborn baby again. But Liz wants to turn 16, not 14. She wants to learn to drive and to go to college. Strangely, though, Liz does find herself learning new skills and forging new relationships. Is it possible to grow up while getting younger? So, I'm getting the vibe from the back that this one's a bit of a coming of age story, which I think would be nice. It's quite thin, so I don't think it's going to take me long to get through, which I think will be a nice one because I have got some chunky books this month. So, yeah, I thought that would be a little nice one to read in between. So, that was book 4. And last but not least, book 5, One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. This is a mystery, and this one says on the back, Yale hopeful Bronwyn has never publicly broken a rule. Sports star Cooper only knows what he's doing in the baseball diamond. Bad boy Nate is one misstep away from a life of crime. Prom queen Addie is holding together the cracks of a perfect life. And outsider Simon, creator of the notorious gossip app at Bayview High, won't ever talk about any of them again, because he dies 24 hours before he can post their deepest secrets online. Investigators conclude it's no accident. All of them are suspects. How far would you go to keep your secrets? So, this one's a mystery, as you can tell from the blurb, and it's set in a high school. I have heard, again, amazing things online. It's one I've wanted to read for ages, but I have to be in the mood to read a mystery. So, I thought I'd wait until the weather was a bit more dreary so I could get into it. And I'm really, really looking forward to this one. I do have the other 2 in the series, so if I like this, I'm probably going to go straight on to read the other 2. But we'll see. Like I say, I'm really excited for this one. People that liked A Good Girl's Guide to Murder have recommended this to me, and I really, really enjoyed that one. So I'm hoping this one has the same sort of feel, but I think it's really interesting that a murder happens at school and the other students are suspects. But yeah, really, really intrigued by this one, and I think it's going to be brilliant once I get into it. This one's book 5. Just as a little recap, book 1 was The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. Book 2 was Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Book 3 was Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin. Book 4 was Babel by R.F. Huang. And book 5 was One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. So they are the 5 books on my November TBR. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please like, comment and subscribe underneath, and I will see you all again next week.